Your money is sitting in the bank right now, and it's quietly losing value every single day. Inflation hit 3.8% in April 2026. A Chase or Bank of America savings account pays just 0.01%. On $10,000 saved, that's $1 a year, while inflation took $380 from your purchasing power. That's not safe. That's slow financial bleeding. If you want to start making smarter money moves, subscribe and hit the bell. We break down real financial strategies every week. Now let's get into it. Part 1. The problem most people don't see. When you're stressed about money, the first instinct is put it in the bank, lock it up, keep it safe. And that feeling makes complete sense. Security is everything when you're trying to get your finances together. Here's what the big banks are counting on: your loyalty, your comfort, your inertia. A May 2026 survey found over 36% of Americans have never considered switching banks. People stay with the same bank for an average of 17 years. And the banks? They love that. Because they're paying you 0.01% while lending your money out at 7%, 8%, sometimes more. Banks even have a name for it: sticky deposits. Your loyalty to your bank is literally costing you money, and Wall Street has a term for it. Part 2. The real numbers in 2026. Okay, let's get into the actual data because this is where it gets real. Right now, the national average savings account rate sits at just 0.38%, according to the FDIC as of May 2026. That's the average. But if you're at Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo, you're earning 0.01%. High-yield savings accounts? They're offering 3% to 5% APY right now. Varo money up to 5.00%. Axos Bank around 4.20%. American Express, Ally, Marcus, all still competitive. Let's put that in real dollars. You've got $10,000 saved. At 0.01%, you earn $1 a year. At 4%, you earn $400. Same money, same FDIC insurance, same safety, just a different account. Over 10 years, that gap becomes $4,800 in interest, a vacation, a car payment, a semester of college, lost to nothing but inertia. Part 3. Why are rates still high? Now you might be wondering, didn't the Fed cut rates? Yes, 3 times in late 2025. So why are high-yield savings rates still decent? The Fed cut the federal funds rate down to a range of 3.50% to 3.75% by the end of 2025. And at their April 29th, 2026 meeting, they held it right there, didn't cut again. That means the online banks, the ones competing hard for your money, are still offering solid rates because they have to. They don't have physical branches. They don't have thousands of ATMs. Their competitive edge is the interest rate, so they keep it high. But here's the honest warning: rates are drifting down, slowly. The best accounts have already dipped slightly over the past few months. If the Fed cuts again later in 2026, expect rates to follow. The window is still open, but it's not as wide as 2023 or 2024. Act accordingly. Part 4. Are high-yield savings accounts actually safe? Is this some sketchy online bank? What happens if it fails? Valid question. Short answer, it's just as safe as your big bank. Every legitimate high-yield savings account is FDIC insured up to $250,000 per depositor per institution. Federal protection. Doesn't matter if it's a bank you've never heard of. If it's FDIC insured, your money is protected the same way it would be at Chase. The difference isn't safety. Online banks just don't carry the overhead. No branches, no tellers, no commercial real estate. They pass those savings directly to you as a higher interest rate. That's the whole business model. If this breakdown is giving you clarity, tap like. It helps more people discover practical finance content right when they need it. Part 5. The inflation trap nobody talks about. Here's a concept that should make every saver uncomfortable. Even a good savings rate can still be losing you money. In April 2026, inflation ran at 3.8% year over year. Energy jumped nearly 18%. Gas alone was up 28%. Groceries up 3.2%. These aren't abstract numbers. This is what you're spending money on every single month. So if your high yield account earns 3.5% and inflation is at 3.8%, you're still losing purchasing power. Slowly, quietly. That's the real trap. HYSAs are absolutely better than a regular savings account, but your APY needs to meet or beat inflation. Right now, that means looking for 4% or better, and those accounts still exist if you know where to look. Part 6. Who should actually use a high-yield savings account? All right, let's get practical, because not everyone needs the same thing. High-yield savings accounts make the most sense for your emergency fund, the 3 to 6 months of expenses every financial advisor tells you to keep liquid and accessible. That's exactly what these accounts are built for. Not locked up like a CD, available when you need it. They also work well for short-term savings goals, anything you're spending within the next 1 to 3 years. A home down payment, a wedding, a car, goals where you need money to be safe, accessible, and at least keeping pace with inflation. What they're not built for is long-term wealth building. Over 10, 20, 30 years, you want your money working harder than 4%. That's where index funds and investing come in. But that's a different video. For your cash cushion, high-yield savings accounts are still one of the smartest, lowest effort moves you can make in 2026. If you run a small business or side hustle, your business credit can affect the funding options you may see later. NAV helps business owners track business and personal credit side by side, monitor cash flow, and explore financing options. Check the NAV link in the description. Part 7, the accounts worth looking at right now. Let's make this actionable. You want to know where to actually look. Top performing accounts as of June 2026. Varo, Axos Bank, Newtek Bank, SoFi, and American Express High Yield Savings. Rates range from roughly 3% to 5% APY, depending on the account and requirements. 2 things to watch for. Some accounts require direct deposit setup to unlock the top rate. Some have a balance cap. You earn the advertised rate only up to a certain amount, then it drops. Always read the full terms. The rate you see advertised and the rate you actually earn can be very different depending on your situation. Also worth mentioning, Capital One 360 Performance Savings. Not the highest rate, but a well-known name with competitive returns that still crushes the big 3 by a mile. The move is simple. Open a high-yield account, move your emergency fund and short-term savings there, keep your checking at your regular bank. You don't need to break up with your bank. Just stop letting them hold your savings for free. Part 8, the mindset shift that changes everything. Most people treat their savings account like a one-time decision. You open it, set up a deposit, and forget about it for years. But rates change, banks change, the financial environment changes. The smartest savers right now aren't just having a high-yield account, they're actively watching their rate, comparing it to inflation, and willing to move their money when something better comes along. It takes maybe 30 minutes every few months. The highest earning people aren't necessarily smarter, they're just more intentional. They treat their cash like it deserves attention because it does. Safe doesn't always mean smart. Safe and smart, that's where you want to be. Before you go, here's everything that matters. Big bank savings accounts pay 0.01%. High-yield accounts offer up to 5% APY. Inflation is at 3.8%. Your savings rate needs to keep pace or you're losing ground. HYSAs are FDIC insured, just as safe as Chase, just way more competitive. Use them for your emergency fund and short-term goals, not long-term wealth building. Don't set it and forget it. Compare rates regularly and be ready to move. I'm curious to hear from you. Have you ever checked what your savings account actually pays you? Are you going to move your money to a high-yield account this year? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And subscribe for more educational personal finance content. Thanks for watching.